Let's talk about making an awesome workbook to go with your fast and simple course. We're going to continue to look at use our templates as an example. As you may know, we have these life skills course templates that you can work with that include a slideshow, journal, and workbook template, plus some great instructional guidance on keeping a very simple to create course that makes a really big impact on your customers. I'm Alice Seba from eKitHub. Please forgive the sunshine on me. Yusuf and I have been so busy making great content for you that we have not put a window covering up just yet because we'd rather be doing this great stuff for you guys. So let's take a look at creating a workbook using one of our templates as an example. But I'm sure no matter how you're creating a workbook, you'll find this really useful and helpful. So we're going to look at our parenting workbook template as an example. It doesn't matter what topic you're working in, this will all apply for you. And as mentioned, the idea is to provide an opportunity for your customers to take what they learned and absorb it better and apply it. This provides a much more meaningful and results-oriented experience for your customers, which is critical if you want them to come back for more courses, if you want them to tell others about you. One thing we recommend is create that presentation first. Be very clear on what you're going to be doing, and these template packs include a slideshow that kind of helps you structure it well, and we have videos on creating a great presentation, editing our templates in Canva. We also do have a video on editing the workbooks in Canva. So we're not going to talk about editing techniques here, more just about the structure and why we do that. So when you have your presentation ready and in the order you'll want your workbook to also follow that so that they can follow along when they listen to you, or they can do it after. And you probably want checklists that help them run through each spot. So like, for example, we have a checklist. You could do part 1, part 2, and then include all the things that they need to do and do it in order so it's chronological and always makes sense. That way they can go back to different points in your video if you've created a video from your course and all those things. But let's run through kind of what we put together here. And you will use the pages that make sense for you. You'll put them in the order that you want, and that's how you would work it. But the important thing to do is have an instruction part to your objective and what to expect from the workbook. Give them some tips on how to use it. This template actually gives you kind of a good idea of things to include on such an instructional page. And just like in your presentation, you're going to also introduce yourself to kind of, you want a photo in there, maybe several photos that kind of highlight who you are and what you're all about, maybe why you chose the topic and why they're a good person to listen to. Include your own personal experience, things that you've lived that makes that brings this topic close to your heart, and why, how you would connect with your audience who may be facing similar problems that you have maybe faced yourself or you've helped clients with before. The table of contents, obviously, then that way they can find the pages that they need, and you're going to divide it into your modules, just like the parts of your presentation. You want to match these. You want to divide it into the same sections that you do that. Again, there's a checklist, which we talked about a second ago. This could be a whole checklist in each part, right? So here you might do an overriding checklist for all the parts of the program. Here maybe each module has its own more detailed checklist. You could have a to-do list, and always try to give, like, if you look at templates in Canva, they often don't have space for instructions. That's really important if you are really trying to provide a meaningful experience and connect it with the training materials you've provided with them. We've included to-do lists. You could do little quizzes, which aren't always my favorite because I don't think people memorizing what they learned is always that important. It's more about taking what you teach them and applying it to their own. Same fill in the blanks. It's up to you. You could rate your thinking. They could, like, this is a good reflection point. Maybe there's different things you wanted to teach them, and then they can rate themselves on how well they feel they understand it or they're ready to tackle it. And maybe where they are scoring themselves low, you have other training or products that they could use after there. This would be creating an action plan, which might come near the end of each module section, like each section of the course. There's places to brainstorm. There's a 30-day challenge. Maybe there's something that they want to do. If you're offering a 30-day challenge, this is a great, maybe they check in online, but this is a great place for them to just check off and remind themselves where they are in the challenge. There's a monthly planner, weekly planner, if that's something you want to incorporate, in a daily journal page. But the key thing is not worrying so much about having all these variety of types of, work sheets in your workbook. It's providing something that's meaningful that goes along with your course. I hope you found that a great kind of introduction to creating a meaningful workbook to go with your course. As mentioned, we do have these template packs. They include the workbook template, journal template, and slideshow template, and lots of instruction on creating a meaningful experience and really honing in on your specific topic and how you're going to help your audience. It's all part of our Fast and Simple. It's based on our Fast and Simple creation program, which you can also join. It includes a 30-day challenge to make sure you get your course created and selling. I'll put the links to the course, the workbook, the course template packs that you can pick up. Also the video for editing in Canva, right? We have some Canva editing tips for you. And be sure to grab what you need.